You ever think things are going well with a girl, then they go bad out of nowhere? Well, chances are you're making some common mistakes that might be making you look real needy, and today we gon' fix that. What up, homie? My name's Dave, and I put out new videos every Tuesday and every Friday to help you get the girls you want and become the man you're meant to be. Now, a lot of guys make needy mistakes without even realizing it, and it kills their chances with girls. I'm gonna go over what these mistakes are and how you can avoid them in a minute, but first, I got something awesome for you. I just created a brand new free Facebook group called The Confident Casanovas. And in this group, I'm gonna be posting new daily content and videos that you won't see anywhere on my YouTube channel. The group is also gonna give you a chance to get support from other guys in the community and make massive improvements in your dating life. If you're looking for some help on your journey to becoming great with women and you wanna connect with other like-minded guys who have similar goals, then bro, this is the place for you. Really, it's the perfect place to start crushing your dating goals in 2020. You get to interact with the other guys, you get to interact with me, you'll see all the awesome content. Bro, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Just hit that first link in the description to join the Facebook group right now. Bro, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the inside, showing you more awesome content, and helping you crush your dating goals in 2020 and beyond. Again, just hit that first link in the description, and I'll see you in the group. Super excited to crush it, bro. Now, let's get into number one.
Jessica? Can I show these to you? Wow.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you about a tale as old as time. The guy who gets too excited about a girl, then does some needy shit and screws it all up. So back a few years ago, I was hanging out with a new girl. She was super cool, super sexy, and I was excited about her, right? We had 1 or 2 dates. Things were going really well, and I was telling my friends about her. I was raving about her. And I knew that she had 2 days of the week where she was free pretty much every single week. It was like Tuesday and Thursday. So I'd always try hanging out with her on Tuesday and Thursday. We'd been hanging out on Thursday. I try to set up the plans for the following Tuesday and so on and so on. And this was cool at first for the first couple of weeks. Like, she was real down for it. We were having a great time, having some great hookups. But after maybe like 3 or 4 weeks, something weird started to happen. She started to go a little bit cold. She started getting less and less responsive over text, started canceling plans, and I went like a week and a half or 2 weeks without seeing her at one point. Then I finally get a text from her saying, Dave, listen, you're a great guy, but I think we should just be friends and leave it at that. And bro, right then I knew I had made the classic mistake of getting way too excited about a girl way too quickly and doing some needy shit without realizing it and pushing her away. I'm guessing you probably had something similar like this happen. Pretty much every guy has at some point, right? And you might be wondering, what gives? Why is this girl, why did she go so cold? What went down? Well, let me shed some light on that, bro. So the big thing you gotta realize is when you're hanging out with a girl at first, you don't need to try to hang out with her 3 or 4 times a week. It's better to gradually escalate things slowly in terms of how many times you see her. So just try to see her once a week for maybe even like the first month or 2 as things progress. That's gonna keep your hangouts fresh, and it's gonna keep you from getting like overly invested in the girl. Aside from that, try to keep a cool head, right? If you realize you're thinking about her a little bit too much, you're looking at your phone waiting for her text, you're telling all of your friends about her, realize you gotta chill out and you gotta relax. Basically, try to be self-aware of what's going on, what you're thinking about, and realize when you need to take a step back. That's gonna keep her interested for the long haul and give you the best chance of making things happen with her.
I know you're miles away from me, but still I dream of you and say your name in my sleep. Tell me, isn't that crazy?
So man, the other day, one of my students was telling me that he's been having trouble bringing girls home from dates, and we got on the topic of convenience. Now his problem was that he was always trying to make things way too convenient for the girl. So he tried to meet her like halfway between their places for like in terms of the venue they'd go meet at. Or he tried to go as close to her place as possible. Or whatever he would try to do, he'd try to make it easy for the girl. But in doing so, he was making it inconvenient for himself and forcing himself to invest more in the date than the girl, which is not a dynamic that you want to have. And a lot of guys do this because they think it's a nice thing to do. They think, oh, I'm gonna be a good guy if I do this. But I'll be honest with you, man. Guys like me, guys like How the Beast, when we have first dates with girls, we're not worried about the girl's convenience, right? We're worried about our convenience, and we kind of want the girl to invest as much as possible. That's why we plan out the first date, so that really they're as close to our apartment as possible within like a 5 to 10 minute walk. And even if the girl has to drive like 30, 40 minutes, like she's coming to us versus us going to them. The problem with trying to make things too convenient for the girl is that at its roots, it's needy behavior. You think that you're not enough in yourself to get the girl to come out, so you're gonna make it as convenient for her as possible, because if it's easy for her to come, then she'll come. But when you make it more convenient for yourself and get her to come to you, she's gonna be more likely to go home with you. She's gonna be more likely to have a good time on a date, because let's be honest here, she's coming for you to show her a good time, and a lot of times that means you taking her home and giving her the business. So just keep that in mind. Needy guys worry about being as convenient as possible for the girl, while alpha males worry about their own convenience and know that the girl is gonna come to them.
I wrote you a love song, and I tried to make it beautiful. It's a song about your sweet, sweetheart, and how nobody can steal me away.
So man, I have a long history of being a gift giver with girls. Days all the way back to 5th grade, when I gave my crush a Valentine's Day card with a Britney Spears CD and $15 stuffed in it, because I thought for sure that was gonna make her like me. Didn't work too well. Then even like 6 or 7 years ago, when I went to Vietnam, I had this awesome girl back home that I was keeping in touch with. I sent her flowers from like flowers.com, not once, but twice. And needless to say, it didn't work out too well. Now the reason these things don't work is because like I was giving girls these gifts in hopes of getting some sort of reaction. I was trying to get the girl to think about me. I was trying to win the girl over. I was trying to get her to like me. And whenever you're giving that type of gift with an ulterior motive behind it, it ain't gonna end well. The problem is you can't give a girl a gift in hopes of winning her affection. It makes you look needy, makes you look like kind of a bitch, right? What's a lot better is to give a girl a gift sort of like as an end in itself versus in hopes of like trying to get something from her. Now the problem is giving a gift as an end in itself can be pretty hard to do unless you're dating a girl. So you should probably hold off on a gift giving until y'all have been dating for at least a few months. That way you know the gift is coming from a good place and you're not just trying to like win her affection or get some sort of reaction.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do?
So man, this is one I used to have a lot of trouble with. I can remember one time I was hanging out with this girl back in college. We had a great first date, great second date. I'm coming home, I got butterflies in my stomach, I'm flying on a cloud. Like, you know, I'm gonna text this girl, I'm gonna tell her how much I like her. And that's basically what I did. I said, hey, Susie, I'm really, digging you right now, like really enjoying our time together, blah, blah, blah. And I thought it was awesome. She said, oh yeah, I'm having a great time too. Then within a couple of days from there, she went super cold, and that was pretty much the end of the story. And the reason that happened was because I confessed my love for her, or not my love, but I confessed how much I liked her too soon, and really for no reason. Here's a problem though. As the man, you're gonna be the one in control, and you're gonna be keeping your emotions in check, right? You can't be falling in love with a girl after the second date and confessing all your feelings. It might seem like a good idea, but trust me, it's not gonna go over well. What's a lot better to do is to show her that you like her, right? And you do that by showing her a good time, giving her some good sex, keeping things going, and that's how a man shows a woman that he's about her. Right, Yuki?
Exactly.
But I'm hating bitch ass niggas quick to switch, I tell them to behave. From the attic to the airwaves, give me 5 for the airplay. Multi-million rockin' money plotting. Going up, yeah, I just elevated. Staircase, I'm headed.
So a lot of guys take themselves way too seriously with women. Like I just got a message the other day from one of my students. He said, let me read it out real quick. He said, yo Dave, so I was at this Christmas party and this girl I was talking to showed a picture to someone else, and I asked her what it was, and she told me none of your business. She said it in a playful manner, but it wasn't funny to me. Then when I approached her about it, she just told me that I need to have a sense of humor. It seemed like she didn't even care how I felt about it. I've had this happen with girls in the past. I'll try to set a boundary, and then they'll tell me that I'm too uptight. What am I doing wrong? So what I told them, and this is advice that a lot of guys need to hear, is that you need to learn a balance of when to set and enforce your boundaries and when to react playfully or not at all when a girl is just shit testing you. Now, a lot of girls are gonna do stuff like this. They're gonna shit test you even when you guys are dating, and especially in those initial interactions, right? And if you get offended, if you get all butthurt about it, then she's gonna see that you failed the test, and she's gonna look at you lower in her eyes. But if you can keep a cool head, maintain your composure, and just react playfully, maybe you just agree and exaggerate the test, then she's gonna look at you, it's gonna elevate you in her eyes, and it's gonna build attraction. So let's say a girl tests you by saying something like, oh, we're not gonna have sex tonight, right? And a bad way to react to that would be to get all offended, be like, oh, like, I can't believe you think I'm that type of guy, like, blah, blah, blah. A better way to react to that would be to agree and exaggerate. So you could say, of course not. You're gonna have to wine and dine me before we get to that point. That shows her that her test did not affect you, and you maintain your composure. So yeah, man, remember that when a girl is testing you, especially in these first few interactions, you gotta keep yourself from getting offended. You gotta maintain that cool head, and you gotta be playful right back to her, because that is what's gonna help you to win. So yeah, man, if you can avoid these 5 things, you're really gonna stop being needy around women and have a lot more of that alpha presence. Now remember, the Facebook group is going live right now, so just hit that first link in the description to go ahead and join it. See a bunch more exclusive videos that are only gonna be on the Facebook group. Let's keep it going. I'll see you right there.